What's good, YouTube? Dmgaming here, y'all, and today I want to talk some Destiny themes. And I'm a huge fan of the Destiny series. Destiny 1 started out really slow. The Taken King, you had the Vault of Glass raid, the Taken King, the House of Wolves. I mean, just Rise of Iron. You know, Destiny was a game that, man, I've met a lot of awesome people in the Destiny community. And compared to the Madden community, I like the Destiny community a little bit better because it's not as much toxicity in it. The people that, I mean, everybody for the most part is on a unified foundation of what should be in the game or the way the game should go. And elevating on that, I want to talk about the Mythoclast. Yes, the infamous Vex Mythoclast that was in Destiny 1. Now, for those of y'all who may not have played Destiny 1, who don't know the legend that was the Vex Mythoclast, it was the exotic weapon that dropped with the raid, with the Vault of Glass raid. And this gun was a complete beast. I know y'all have heard the legend of the Galahorn. The Mythoclast, when it first dropped, man, it was on a completely different level. Now, people in PvP, the PvP community, complained because they were getting wrecked in PvP. Now, what PvP is, for those of y'all who may not know, is player versus player. You have PvE, which is what you're seeing me play right now in the background. I'm going through a strike mission that's in PvE, player versus environment. PvP is player against the player in the Crucible. And so you got this gun at the raid, in the Vault of Glass raid. It wasn't an automatic drop. RNG was involved, and it was not guaranteed that you would get this weapon. But when you did, the gun first dropped, this gun melted people. It was literally a game-breaking gun, okay? And in PvE, it did the same. Well, everything was going great until people started coming together in PvP, not PvE, because wasn't nobody complaining about it in PvE. In PvP, and started complaining, oh, this gun is too OP, this gun is too OP. And what did Bungie do? They nerfed it. They destroyed exotics. A lot of people say don't think about it, but that is the point when exotics stop being exotic. Okay, DM, what does that have to do with now? What does that have to do with the Forsaken that's coming out? What does that have to do with Destiny 2? Well, because I feel like the Vex Mythoclast was before its time. It was ahead of its time in a sense. Because after the nerfing of the Vex Mythoclast, Bungie paid really close attention to the exotics in general. And everybody can agree with me on this, but aside from the Galahorn and maybe the Thorn, exotics did not feel exotic. I mean, if people got wrecked with it in the Crucible, it got nerfed. Because the Crucible pretty much ran Destiny. Why? I don't know. Maybe because the majority of players in Destiny play in the Crucible. I don't know. But yet and still, it was an awesome gun that should not have been nerfed. Now, I feel like that they should bring it back. Why? Because that gun was what we look for in an exotic weapon right now. We have the Whisper of the Worm. A lot of us have acquired it. I recently got it this past weekend, and the gun is a complete beast. Reminds us a lot about the Galahorn, but even the Galahorn was nerfed, y'all. So I'm wondering too, will the Whisper be nerfed going forward, or will they continue to allow it to be the awesome sniper that it is, seeing as that it's not the easiest gun in the game to obtain? Now, just imagine if the Mythoclast was in Destiny 2. Would they have nerfed it? Probably not, because Bungie did something very interesting in one of the drops. I want to say it was before the Taken King came out. They went into PvP and they did a separate nerf to certain weapons that they didn't do in PvE. And I think it was the shotguns, if I'm not mistaken, because shotguns and fusion rifles were running rampant in PvP. So I was thinking, you know, why couldn't they have done that with the Mythoclast? Why couldn't they have just nerfed it in PvP, left it alone for PvE? But they didn't do that. And y'all, this ruined exotics. The following DLC comes out, The Dark Below, and we have the Necrochasm. I think it was, what, 1,000 or 900 rounds per minute? This gun was very, very fun. It was not a good gun at all. Very not fun at all. Didn't do a lot of damage or anything like that. However, the gun was fun to shoot. But the grind, we had to get this thing called the Crux of Crota. And y'all, oh my gosh. The Crux of Crota drops. It was so hard to get it. I cannot tell you how many times I ran that raid to get the Crux of Crota. But when I finally got it, finally got the Necrochasm, you had to upgrade this weapon from a common to a legendary, and then from legendary to the exotic. The Necrochasm, the Edion Alley, and all that kind of stuff. Oh man, I got a bit of nostalgia going on here, man. But y'all, that gun was so much fun, but it was horrible. Auto rifles were even being nerfed and buffed back and forth because they were so good in the game. But this gun was horrible. Very good in crowd control, because if you got a precision headshot, precision head kill with it, the target would explode. So with that particular raid, you had a part where you're in this dark room and a bunch of thralls run out. That gun was perfect for that because it would just clear them out like it was nothing. But aside from that, the gun was trash. It didn't do anything, you know, and guns, exotics going forward really didn't have that that exotic should have. Up until here recently, where Bungie not only did buffs to exotic weapons, but also to exotic armor, some of which even adding new perks to them to make them feel better. Because everybody remembers the No Land Beyond sniper rifle. That gun to me should have never existed. It should have been like a common gun, but it was an exotic to say the least. And then you look in Destiny 2 with the line, the grenade launcher, it pretty much the same, a horrible, useless gun. And Bungie said, you know what, man, we are going to make exotics exotic again. Yes. And because of that, I feel like they should have did something. I mean, they were bringing back other weapons. They bought back the Mighty Multi-Tool. They bought back I would say Red Death, but not really. They brought it back in the form of a hand cannon named Crimson. They brought back the Suros regime, you know. Certain guns that we had in Destiny 1, they brought back into Destiny 2, but we've yet to see the Mythoclast, y'all. And I would really, really, really love to see that gun in Destiny, the Forsaken or something, which I know it's not in the Forsaken because it's just not there. We pretty much data mined everything. People have data mined the game. We know what exotics are going to be in the game and stuff like that, but doesn't mean that they couldn't do like a quest later on or something like that to add the weapon into the game, because there are certain exotics and things like that that are put in the game. It's already in the Destiny database per se. They would just have to port it over into Destiny 2, and that would be so much fun. Bring back the Necrochasm too. Let's make it an awesome gun, because guys, we grinded our butts off for those weapons and they're just gone. And it's so fun whenever we get weapons that we had in previous Destinies, or in previous Destiny. It's only 2 of them out, but I digress. So what are your thoughts? What do you think? Do you feel like they should bring back the Vex Mythoclast, the Necrochasm? What else? Bad Juju, that's another weapon. I know a lot of people don't want the Thorn back, but I think the Thorn should be brought back. I feel like they should have carried all the exotics over, and that way there would be a plethora of exotic weapons and armor. You get what I'm saying? Because a lot of the armor they brought forward. Now, one thing I also would like to see is the maybe have a ghost shell or a class item that allows you to carry more than one exotic weapon and armor piece. Like, that would be legit. Just imagine you get an exotic ghost that you only can get through maybe a quest or something like that, that allows you to carry 2 exotic weapons. Man, I know a lot of people say, oh, well, that's OP, overpowered, blase, blase. I don't think so. I don't think so. I guess more so because I'm a PvE player more than PvP. I do like PvP. The Crucible is fun. But I mean, Bungie could easily make separate rules for that. Either that, or they could just allow people in the Crucible, because I know Crucible players are going to say, well, I want to carry 2 exotics into the Crucible. And Bungie can say, okay. But then you're always going to have somebody to complain. And here's the thing about gaming. The gaming community in general, you're not gonna be able to please everybody. Everyone is not gonna be happy about every decision that you make. But I think that it would add a huge element to the ghost as well as the class items, which really don't do much. The ghost doesn't really do much as well. And that could make a quest, you know, for farming these things or getting these things a little bit better, because I did like in Destiny 1 when we had the class items, but like I said, they didn't do much. They just gave you more XP, which after you were maxed out, it really didn't serve a purpose. So it'd be really cool to see something else like that in the game. Also, let me know what you think about that. And if you like the exotic class items, smash that like button. If you didn't like it, hit that thumbs down. If you didn't get it, comment down below and say, DM, I never got it. I never got to experience the class items. So that's all I got for right now, y'all. I mean, enjoy it. Expect more Destiny content to come out. Probably gonna do some PvP later. If you're on PlayStation 4, hit me up. My PSN is Rida06, RIDA06. Also planning on starting a clan going forward. When we get a big enough following, I think that'll be something cool to do. But don't forget to hit that like button, y'all. Please subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, because I'm gonna have videos dropping every single day, Monday through Sunday. We're gonna be having live streams. So follow us on Twitch at Dmgaming5. That's where I'm gonna be posting about live streams, schedules and games and things of that nature. Till next time, thanks for watching, y'all, and God bless.